This time Suck, and in this video we are looking at Wyatt's rebellion. So first of all, let's look at the causes of the rebellion. As the principal cause of a rebellion was Mary's marriage to Philip of Spain, which had caused significant unrest within the country. And this was because there was significant xenophobia within the country, which meant that there was a dislike of foreigners, and this motivated many of the rebels. The rebellion was also a Protestant rebellion, as many of Wyatt's supporters came from Maidstone, and Maidstone is a Protestant stronghold. The decline in the cloth industry also prompted many of the poorer rebels to show their economic and social grievances, and the rebellion attracted some of the gentry who had lost office within the country. So the implicit objective of the rebellion was to get rid of Mary I, yet this was never actually stated openly, and there were different people with who could have replaced her. And Wyatt himself wanted to replace Mary with Edward Courtenay, and Courtenay was the great-grandson of the 15th century Yorkist king Edward VI, who was the only male then claimant to the throne. Now then Courtenay was to marry Princess Elizabeth. Some wanted Elizabeth to directly take over as queen, and the involvement of Lady Jane Grey's father, who was the Duke of Suffolk, implied a desire to restore Lady Jane Grey to the throne as well. So there was three main candidates for the throne. But the rebellion officially started on November 1553, as the rebellion was hereby planned, and there were to be 4 simultaneous risings. And one of the risings was to be in Devon, and this would be led by Edward Courtenay. There was one to be held in Hertfordshire, Leicester, and also Kent. But the only rebellion which did take place was the one in Kent, and this was led by Sir Thomas Wyatt, and this was the only one which was able to materialise. And by the 25th of January 1554, Wyatt was forced to advance his timetable to keep the element of surprise, and he managed to raise 3,000 men in Maidstone to signify the start of rebellion. So on the 28th of January, the Duke of Norfolk tried to engage the rebels, but he's forced to retreat. Then on the 1st of February, the Queen is able to rally support with a speech at Guildhall in the City of London. And then 2 days later, the rebels are able to reach Southwark, but they are unable to cross the London Bridge due to Crown forces. Now this is the turning point of the rebellion, as on the 7th of rebellion, so then 4 days later, the rebels are forced to stop at Ludgate at the edge of the city, and Wyatt surrenders. So there were many consequences of the rebellion, and it showed that Protestants could not be ignored, and there was obvious discontent at the Spanish marriage. There was 2 main consequences there. But Mary also ordered the execution of Wyatt, the Duke of Suffolk, and about 100 other conspirators, and Lady Jane Grey, who Mary had previously not wanted to behead, but she was beheaded because she could be used as a figurehead in a future rebellion. Elizabeth was also arrested on suspicion of being aware of the rebellion. However, Wyatt did not implicate her, and both Paget and Gardiner were unwilling to find out the full truth, so that meant that she was eventually released. And Mary also showed that she could act bravely and resolutely in crisis, especially as the Wyatt rebellion severely threatened her rule. So thank you for watching this video, and see you soon. Bye.